I come out and I vlog a lot, and when I come out I want to have the least amount of gear possible, just because I don't want to have to carry a heavy backpack around and have loads of stuff getting really heavy whilst I'm walking. So I'm going to show you what my compact setup is when I'm going out and about vlogging and doing travel videos. So I might as well start off with the first piece of gear, because the segment that I just did was with the Insta360 One X3, and I had the Insta360 One X2, and a couple of days ago I got the X3 because there were a few things that I really liked about it over the X2, but I've got a full review coming out about this later. So here's the thing, when it comes to the Insta360 X3, I will say this, it's such a great camera to take around with you and always have in your bag, because you can do so much with it in terms of just filming yourself. You don't have to have someone else with you. You can put it in different places and then you can reframe it later on so that you can get either the environment or yourself when you're filming, and it just makes it so easy so that I don't have to set up a camera whilst I want to shoot some BTS. So set up a camera on a tripod and then keep moving the camera around. I can literally put the X3 on either my actual camera itself, or I can put it down next to me and then I can just reframe as I'm walking around and setting stuff up. So this goes everywhere with me. So awesome to have a 360 camera wherever you go. And it's so small, so it doesn't take up any room whatsoever. Well, it takes up room, but not a lot of room. So before I go any further, I want to mention today's sponsor, which is FIlmConvert. And I've been using FIlmConvert nitrate for years now, and it's just awesome when it comes to color correcting and color grading your footage. I have always been trying to look for this specific way of color grading my footage, and when I started filming back in 2016, I came across FIlmConvert and it completely changed my life. And it's a film emulation suite, so it emulates film stocks, and it means that you can just take away that digital look from your footage. There's so many different camera packs as well that you can use it for. So I'm using it for my Sony a7S III, which I'm filming on at the moment. Absolutely love it. It color grades S-Log3 footage so nicely. I'm so happy with the way my footage looks. And you can apply a specific film stock and you can dial it in as much or as little as you want. You can apply film grain, which again also takes away the digital kind of look from your footage. And you can actually sign up or download a trial version and then use it as you would in the normal version. The only difference is the fact that it puts a watermark on your footage, but you can literally have access to everything that you would get in the paid version anyway. So it's definitely worth downloading, trying it out, see how you like it, and yeah, just go from there really. So if you do want to buy it, you can use the code Tamara G, which will give you a 10% discount, and you're welcome. But seriously, it's great. So even just check it out, see what you think. And thank you FIlmConvert for sponsoring this video and just for making an awesome plugin. So as I said earlier, I like to travel light and carry as little as possible. So this is now what my main setup is, as well as having the X3. So I always take with me my action camera. So whether that's the Hero 10, which I had previously, I still have it, but now I take around the Hero 11, and also the Action 3, which I actually sent off to DJI because it's being repaired or replaced because of the focusing issue. But always have an action camera in my bag. Which one I have more than the other, I'll let you know in another video, because I'm still doing my comparison between the Action 3 and the Hero 11, but because I don't have the Action 3 anymore, I just had to hit pause on that for now. But yeah, always have an action camera because it means that I can put this mouth mount on it, and if I want to get POV shots like I just did, then I can just put it in my mouth and then just carry on doing what I'm doing, look around, and look pretty stupid doing it, but I don't care. And yeah, just get really cool POV shots instead of just having it mounted to my chest, because then if I'm looking at something, it's not really going to pick up what I'm necessarily doing as well. So I found that having it on the mouth mount is really, really great, and it just gives me everything, just captures everything that I need to capture really. So yeah, action camera is great for POV shots. So the next thing that I have, which is probably the biggest thing, is my drone. And before I had the GoPro, before I had the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which is this one at the moment. I had the DJI Mini 2, and the biggest reason that I upgraded from the 2 to the 3 was because this shoots in D-Cine-like, and there's a reason why I really wanted that, which I'll mention in a second. But also the fact that I can shoot vertically and also have a controller where I don't actually have to attach my phone. But having a drone is great because it allows you to get establishing shots, which just ties in your footage a lot better. So if you're going from one location to another, then it just makes it more seamless, and you can also, it's like a transition, I guess, and it just makes it a really nice transition because it's showing your viewers where you've gone to where you're going to. So having a drone is great, and having such a small drone means I can pretty much fly it in loads of locations without having to worry about the weight restrictions or anything like that. So that's why I go for the Mini 3. Now, the reason why I wanted the Mini 3 in terms of D-Cine-like is because I also have the Pocket 2, which is just, every time I use this camera, I'm so blown away by its quality. It's still, to this day, almost 2 years later, is the camera that I put in my bag for everything. I take it around with me all the time. So the Pocket 2 goes with me everywhere. It's so small that it just doesn't make sense not to bring it anyway. But like I said, the quality is insane. So yeah, if I want to vlog, this is my main camera that I will vlog on if I don't want to take my A7S III with me, which I'm using at the moment. But it just means, yeah, that I don't have to have a massive camera if I'm going away, so on holiday or just further afield. And I, like I said, don't want to take my A7S III. This is the one that I take and use as my main camera. And even if I take my A7S III with me anyway, I still bring my Pocket 2 just in case, because it makes a really good BTS camera. And in terms of D-Cine-like, matching the footage to the Mini 3 just makes it really easy. So the footage just looks a lot less, looks more seamless. So I can color correct and color grade that footage pretty much the same. So it makes it really, really good. And then, even though I have forgotten filters on a few occasions, I do come out with all the filters. So for every single camera I have filters. So this is filters for the Hero 11, which were for my Hero 10 but work for the Hero 11. These are my filters for my Mini 3, so bright day pack. This is a limited edition actually. It's awesome because it's got polarizing filters and just normal neutral density filters. It's a great pack. And then filters for my Pocket 2. So I've got some here which allows you to attach the ND filter to a wide angle lens or an anamorphic lens. I did a video on this, so I'll link it in the description because they're great. But if I don't want to use a wide angle lens, then I will just use just the regular filters, which don't need to be on a lens as such. So all my filters are from Freewell because I think Freewell do awesome filters. They're so high quality. And then if I'm shooting with my A7S III, then again, Freewell filters, but I use their magnetic filters. This is actually a screw-in one, but for some of my other lenses, then I have the magnetic variable ND system, which is great because you can just snap on and snap off the filters, but it's so thin and they just feel really nice, really high quality. And then the next little accessory that I have is this MaxCam clip mount for my Pocket 2, and I did a short on this because this is something that I will use if I want to get a POV shot and still talk at the same time. So this clips onto my backpack or my everyday messenger bag, and then I can just kind of angle it in any way that I want with the Pocket 2, and it just means that I can get some really great POV shots with the Pocket 2. So that's a really, really good accessory and something that I just keep in my bag because it's just really handy to have. And then I also carry around this little power pack because the Pocket 2 doesn't have removable battery, so if it starts to run out of juice, then I can just plug it in, or if I'm not using it, then I just plug it in and make sure it's fully charged so that I don't run out of battery when I'm filming with it. And really hoping that the Pocket 3 does have removable battery so I can just get loads of them. But yeah, otherwise having a little power pack is great. If I'm in the car, I will tend to use my EcoFlow River Mini just because I can charge up loads of stuff at the same time. So if I'm going further afield or I'm really traveling away quite far, then I will use the EcoFlow River Mini, and then I can plug in like up to 9 devices and charge them at the same time, whilst also charging the power pack in the car. So I've always got power, it doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. So that is actually a really good power pack. I did a review on that, so I'll link to that in the description as well. And then in terms of mounts and I guess tripods and such, so for the X3 I've started using this, and this is, I think it's a monkey tail or something, but it's really bendy. You can wrap it around pretty much anything, and I've started using this when I want to show behind the scenes whilst I'm using my actual camera. And so I'll put this on if I've got my camera on a tripod or something and I'm holding it, or if I've just got it on a tripod just here, then I can put it on my tripod, and it just means that I don't actually have to hold the X3, and I can get behind the scenes shots or just shots whilst I'm walking around or just doing whatever. So this is actually really useful to have, and you can also just use it with anything as well. It doesn't have to be with a 360 camera. And then lastly, I have, actually not lastly, two more things, but I use the Insta360 invisible selfie stick, and I also have the extended selfie stick, but I actually left that in the car because I didn't need it at the moment, but I'm doing a video so I should have brought it with me. But anyway, I use the Insta360 invisible selfie stick because when you're using a 360 camera, if you use the invisible selfie stick, then it means that it's gonna hide the stick, and so it just looks like who's filming you. But it just means that, yeah, you don't see the stick in the frame, which is just really great for your footage. And I also use it with the Insta360 little tripod feet, so that if I want to just put the camera down, then I can do that. And I also use this with the Pocket 2 as well, because if I don't want to bring my Peak Design travel tripod, which I've got at the moment, I've got my A7S3 on that, then I can just use this and I can put my Pocket 2 on it, and it's pretty sturdy unless it's really windy. And it just means I don't have to carry around a massive tripod with me. So yeah, use this. And then, like I said, the Peak Design travel tripod, which is the carbon fiber version, because I didn't want to be carrying around a really heavy tripod, and I love it. It's, since I got it a few years ago, it is the tripod that I use all the time, because it's, yeah, it just works. It is pricey, but it's great. So that is my tripod of choice. And in terms of audio, when I'm using my cameras, so with the Pocket 2, I've actually been using the transmitter that comes with the Pocket 2 more often, because pairing it up with a decent lav mic, so this is the Joby Wavo Pro, it sounds really good, and so I figured if I'm trying to just save on space in my bag rather than take the DJI wireless mic or the Rode wireless Go 2, then I literally just take the wireless transmitter and a lav mic, and I figured that's all I really need, and it's, like I said, it sounds decent, so I've been using that more and more, and I will do a video about that with the Pocket 2, Action 3 and Action 2, because a few of you have asked me about that, and it sounds great, by the way. Yeah, that is my audio setup. I do also use shotgun microphones, but it just depends really. The one of choice is the Sennheiser MKE200, because the audio is great and it's really small and compact, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. I've got it on my A7S3 at the moment, and that's what I'm using to record this audio. And yeah, it literally, everything fits in this messenger bag. This bag is also by Peak Design, and it goes everywhere with me. I love it, and everything fits in there a little bit more tidily than what I've put it in at the moment. But yeah, this bag is great. I also like the fact that I can put my phone here, so I don't have to hold my phone or put it in my pocket and potentially drop it and break it whilst I'm running around doing my various bits and pieces of tests and whatnot. But yeah, it's a great bag, loads of different pockets, so yeah, and it fits everything in it, so yeah, really good. I think that was a really long video, but hope you guys find it useful anyway, and you enjoyed seeing what gear I use. Links are in the description to everything, and thanks again FIlmConvert for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use coupon code TamaraG for 10% discount, and yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. I did not wear the right shoes today.